And instead of buying machines that are worth thousands rupees, instead of buying machines that are worth thousands rupees. It's actually quite funny, like how we easily put the blame on the farmers for the whole situation and neglecting what our personal actions are doing to the society and the environment. If I ask anybody who is present in the court, like, how did you come to this court? What means of transport did you use? I'm sure everyone will say car or buses. But little do we know that these cars and buses contribute to 27% of total air pollution. And according to the petitioner, as crop burning is violating Article 21 of the Constitution, so are these cars and buses. So by that logic, we should put a complete ban on these vehicles. But we will not, right? Because it's our necessity, and for the farmers, it's a mere source of entertainment. Of course not, Your Honor. It's their only compulsion, because of which most of the people of the country make them the villain of the story, not even realizing for a minute that they aren't doing this because they want to, but because they need to, Your Honor, they need to. Many years back, the government implemented the Subsoil of Water Prevention of Subsoil Water Act 2009, because of which farmers could no longer sow rice after a government decided date, leaving a little time between the harvesting of rice and sowing of wheat, because of which the farmers had to opt a method which is the least time consuming, and crop burning seemed to be the most feasible solution out of all of it. Now, the petitioner will counter my arguments by saying that the farmers can offer other alternatives. But let me get this straight. All these other alternatives are either very time consuming or very expensive, which only the economically stable farmers could afford to do it. But what about the small and the marginal farmers? 67% of India's farmland is held by marginal, small and marginal farmers. Machines that are used for the removal of stubble are too expensive. A 45 horsepower tractor isn't powerful enough to pull this kind of machine. In some areas, the soil has high clay content. This type of soil is prone to drainage and compaction problems, which can make burning appear to be a more attractive option than tillage. And that is why farmers are forced to stick on crop burning only. In today's time, in today's world, we glorify martyrs' death, which should of course be done. But what about those countless deaths of the farmers? Why are always the farmers neglected? Farmers account for 15% of total number of suicides in India, according to the national records. This year, more than 12,000 farmers has committed suicide, and the major reason to it is indebtedness. Farmers are already struggling each and every day to come out of this vicious cycle of debt. And if we put a ban on crop burning, it won't only hamper their income, but it would make them fall deeper and deeper in this cycle of debt. So if we can't do anything to help the farmers, we should not put more and more.
Council referred that in issue number 1 that the pollution is not being caused by stubble burning. So is the council questioning the report of WHO, the report of credible agencies such as the Hindu, the Indian Express, Al Jazeera, PIB? Is it questioning that reports? I would like to ask that very simple question. My lords, in issue number 2 and also in issue number 1, in the end it itself agreed that stubble burning is causing pollution. So I think that issue goes null and void of the argument of the issue number respondent. Issue number 2, it itself said that farmers are being hurt. Okay, so itself said that farmers are being hurt. Does it itself is violating the right to life of the farmers, right? They have admitted, my lords, they have admitted that in the end, stubble burning is causing pollution. After the prayer, if you may recall, after the prayer, this mentioned, na? Yes, my lordship. My lordship, they mentioned after the prayer that the stubble burning is causing pollution, that it is causing significant pollution. My lords, issue number 2. They also said that farmers are causing pollution. Farmers are dying themselves due to the stubble burning. They also mentioned this in their speech. So they are saying that they have no remedies. My lords, I would like to point to the state of Chhattisgarh, I'd like to point to the state of Chhattisgarh that is converting stubble into the vermicompost. That is a very cost-effective method and is also helping the farmers to have a better environment and us to have in the state of Gurbakh Pradesh to have a better environment. My lords, also the other alternatives that the respondents should suggest alternatives, but the petitioner is suggesting alternatives because of the lack of alternatives. My lords, the Pusa bioenzymes that is being developed by ICAR Pusa Road on Pusa Road, decomposable stubble, crop rotation, composting. There are many others, but the council is not taking any actions. This is due to political reasons and the alleged cultural norms. Yes, sure, my lords. My lords, fundamental rights are enforceable in the court of law. Directive principles are not enforceable in the court of law. Also, if I may recall correctly, in the case of Bijoy Emmanuel versus the state of Kerala, it has stated that the DPSP not being enforceable are not less important than the fundamental rights, but are the principles that the state has to follow while making laws. Also, there have been some enactments upon the state enactments on the DPSPs, like the Flag and Anthem Act 1961. My lords, that is the difference. My lords, in issue number 3, I'd like to point out. My lords, sure. My lords, the 32 states the approach to the Supreme Court, a writ petition in the Supreme Court, whereas 226 states the writ petition in the High Court. My lords, the writs in both are available. Habeas corpus, certiorari, cure bonanto, prohibition, all are given in both the. My lords, the habeas corpus is to release a person who has been unlawfully detained in the prison.
Nishika? So why do you both in the middle?
We gather here in this courtroom to engage in a vital exercise of justice and advocacy memory of our founder chairman, Sir Dr. V.K. Bhatnagar. Our sincere tribute to Revered Sir. Students get internships in Delhi High Court under acclaimed lawyers. A special mention to Sir.
Wait, clicking. Wait. Okay.
We are immensely pleased to have with us our respected principal ma'am, Mrs. D. And compassion towards her students and their education is spectacular. Her dedication to academic excellence and overall development has created an environment where each student's individual abilities are nurtured. Her emphasis on character building has shaped us not only academically competent individuals but also responsible, empathetic, and compassionate human beings. Ma'am, your relentless pursuit of academic excellence has propelled us.
crime and consumer dispute. We are extremely fortunate to have you today amongst us, sir. Please accept a token of gratitude. Thank you, ma'am.
wait. Hello.
We also have with us Dr. Chandrika Mehta.
सर यहाँ देखो. All right.
Glad to be so much.
Wait, hold करना है. Okay.
Young minds, please share a token of appreciation for Manav.
ऐसे मूव कर जाऊँ मेरे तरफ. Wait, hold. Okay.
Justice, social, fraternity, ensuring the dignity of individuals and the unity and integrity of the nation.
In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November, 1949, you, hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Thank you.
Before we start, we're going to give some time to the petitioner to just tell us briefly about the facts, and their time will start thereafter. So just very briefly go through the facts for our understanding. Please.
With the kind permission of the bench, may the council refer to the bench as your lordship. Thank you, your lordship. Your lordship, well versed with the facts of the case.
We would want you to read out the facts for us, please.
The present writ petition is filed on the behalf of Prana Sharma, 6 months old, and Kavya Grover, 14 months old, by their fathers due to the concerns about the alarming air pollution in Gulbarga Pradesh, where the said petitioners reside. The petitioners argue that air pollution affects all citizens irrespective of their age, but have emphasized that children are tend to be more vulnerable to it. Air pollution can worsen asthma, cause bronchitis, impair their cognitive development, and affect their nervous system as well. They acknowledge multiple factors contributing to poor air pollution quality in Gulbarga Pradesh. At the same time, they have emphasized that air pollution reaches an all-time high in the state during Diwali, which is due to the indiscriminate burning of crops in the neighboring states. Therefore, the petitioners have approached this Honorable Supreme Court of the Republic of India under Article 32 of the Constitution of India in the form of writ petition. May I please proceed with the argument? The issue we had at hand is one has been violated. Article 21 of the Indian Constitution states that no person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to the procedure established by the law. Clearly stated in the case of Subhash Kumar versus State of Bihar and MC Mehta versus Union of India, the Supreme Court held that the right to life also includes the right to the enjoyment of a pollution-free environment as well. The practice of hazards for its residents, including symptoms like aggravated asthma, bronchitis, heart attacks, etc. And it can also lead to economic repercussions like increase in the healthcare cost, reduced tourism, and also in reduction in the agricultural productivity.
How is this action arbitrary?
Because it is not restricted, and if the farmers
So arbitrariness would mean that the state action is setting different parameters for different individuals. There is no arbitrariness here. They are not stopping stubble burning, and you want them to. How is the question of arbitrariness arising in this case?
because they're not restricting the fundamental right, because if the fundamental right is not restricted, then like in our case, the farmers practice crop burning, which is their occupation, which is a part of their occupation, which is harming the environment and also the health of the general public.
Basically, your argument point. Can you elaborate?
And also the precautionary principle. Proportionality states that the restriction of the fundamental right should be in proportion
to the legitimate aim being pursued, that is, the restriction on crop burning should be in proportion to the amount of time or the hazardous diseases it has caused. It should not be more or less than the
That's the principle that whatever the loss they are causing, they have to, in that proportion, they should be penalized. That's what it is.
Yes. For the farmers to purchase the Turbo Happy seeding machine. So I think this is very cost effective for the farmers. In conclusion, I would like to say that crop burning is a complex issue with various environmental code to take a serious note of this issue and put a complete blanket ban on crop burning. Next, see the prayer. So, court may be pleased to declare that the petitioner's fundamental right under Article 21 has been violated. To declare that the ban imposed is not violated of the fundamental right Article 19(1)(g) of the farmers. A complete ban on crop burning is required. To pass any other order, direction or relief that this honourable court may deem fit and appropriate in the interest
The Council seeks the permission to start with the issues and arguments advanced. Issue 1 is whether the fundamental right of a healthy environment as guaranteed under Article 21 of the Indian Constitution has been violated or not. It is humbly submitted before the Honourable Supreme Court that Article 21 of the Indian Constitution states that no person shall be deprived of his or her life or personal liberty except according to the procedure established by the law. The Indian judiciary, particularly the Supreme Court, interpreted Article 21 broadly over the other alternative expenses. Other alternative methods are not that much cost effective. Also, how they could go for these expensive alternatives, as we all are aware of the fact that alternatives are expensive and they have adverse effects on the soil which will hamper the integrity and productivity of the soil. Also, other alternatives must not be that implemented and reasonable restrictions should be imposed. Also, the machines like balers could be...
Say that alternative measures are being employed and should be employed. And now you're saying that they should not be employed. So which stand are you taking?
Your Lordship, the Council seeks ignorance that alternatives must be employed, but several other alternatives must be distinguished that are to some extent that are not that much harmful, but to some extent they are alright for the land. I rest.
Among us today, as we inspire some beacon of hope for all those who seek a just and equitable society. Our gratitude to you, sir, and can I please have a huge round of applause for sir.
We'll keep it there.
Okay, thank you.
My Lord, if my Lord see page number 18 of the written submissions provided by the Council of Petitioners, held the first issue submitted, whether the fundamental rights to healthy environment as guaranteed under Article 21 of the Constitution of India has been violated or not. Issue number 2, whether the fundamental right to carry on business, trade or occupation of the respondent given under Article 19, Clause 1, Subclause G would be violated or not if a complete ban was...
This Honourable Court, before starting this issue, it's crucial to emphasize the humanitarian dimension. The right to a clean environment is intertwined with human dignity, a cornerstone of our Constitution. It's with violations having severe consequences for people's happiness and well-being. Every individual, including the future generations, should have an opportunity to an environment which is development prone and sustainable. With this note, I would like to begin with my issue. Much obliged. My Lords, I would like to present the three facets of the argument for issue number 1. The first facet of the argument being,
is there an environmental factor to it? Why the pollution levels go up so high?
So my Lords, from the state of Dakshingarh and the state of Alexia,
is infringed their fundamental right to breathe clean environment, breathe clean air is being violated, and the general interest of the public relies with the same.
So there are mechanisms provided under the Air Act. Do they cover stubble burning?
My Lords, in the Air Protection Act, then definitely
mentioned from page 28 to 33 from the written submissions given by the Council of Petitioners. My Lords, if my Lords see judgment number 6 of Chintaman Rao was the state of Madhya Pradesh.
May I continue with my arguments? The care of human life and happiness and not their destruction is the first and only object of good government. I would like to bring to the Honourable Court's notice my first point of issue that in the current petition, the state of Gulbarga Pradesh, which is proper and necessary party, has not been impleaded as respondent by the petitioners. The petitioners have stated that they reside in the state of Gulbarga and the cause of action has arisen in Gulbarga. Thus, the instant petition is liable to be dismissed in line for non-joinder of necessary and proper parties.
So you're saying stubble burning is occurring in Gulbarga?
No, sir. We're saying
How is the cause of action arisen in Gulbarga?
Sir, the air is most polluted over there, and that is the petitioner's complaint. That's why. May I continue? The issue raised in the instant PIL by the petitioners is that stubble burning causes a threat to their right to life guaranteed under Article 21. They have not included their home state, that is the state of Gulbarga, as the state plays a contributory role in not effectively monitoring and regulating the poor AQI due to other sources of pollution like vehicles, brick factories, riot dust and various other industry-related pollutants. And additionally, the interpretation of Article 21 expands not just to life and to a clean environment of issue.
I intend to direct my argument this morning towards the issue of whether the fundamental right to carry on business, trade or occupation of the respondent given in the Article 19(1)(g) would be violated or not if a ban is imposed. Article 19(1)(g) enshrined in the Indian Constitution provides every citizen the right to practice any profession or to carry on any occupation, trade or business. This right is, however, subject to reasonable restrictions. However, it is now a well-settled legal position by catena of judicial decisions that reasonable restrictions cannot include absolute ban on any commercial activity unless the same is patently illegal. It is submitted that agriculture is the largest source of livelihood for 47% of the Indian population.
Council, your opponent council quoted instances where complete ban has been imposed by the Supreme Court on blue line buses, on industries which was sent out of the city, on other such instances, plastic bans and on. So how do you differentiate this? How do you overcome that argument that a complete ban cannot be given?
I mentioned the ban of fireworks, but there were 2-hour complete window in case of any 2-hour complete window on fireworks during the time of Diwali and New Year. In our case, stubble burning cannot be banned as it affects the life of the farmers, as they are the main.
May I please request the participants to step down the stage?
So that's how the protocol is. Ms. Deepti Bhatnagar, principal of Manav Sthali School, their teachers, Dr. Pradeep Kulsreshta, Dean Bennett University, Mr. Sachit Jolly, and my friends from the High Court, and dear students, and all those who are in attendance. A very good afternoon to all of you. It really gives me pleasure to be here. At the outset, I must appreciate that the CBSE has included legal studies in its curriculum. And I also need to appreciate the school which has included or has given the option to the students to pursue this subject while they are in class 11 and class 12. So this really brings the focus on the subject, because if you want to pursue a law as a career, so you really become focused right from class 11 and 12. That's the advantage of it. I mean, our times when we passed law, I passed in 1992. I mean, at that time it used to be said that lawyer is like a person who's got a driving license but he doesn't know how to drive. But the position is altogether different nowadays. Well, the kids which we see...
clerkship job, and I was keenly watching the moot court proceedings, and I was making a comparative study of what we do at university level, what you have done, innovatively though, at school level. One fine change was that home team is also participating. This is a good thing because at university level and international level moot court competitions, home teams somehow are not allowed to participate. And I have been, trying to understand the logic behind this. One of the point I was told was that home team can be tutored. The problem can be given to them well in advance before it is given to other participants, and they can be tutored, and then judging can be partial. So judges can be, inclined to make home team win, or if home team eventually wins on merit, they can be question mark. कि अपनी टीम थी तो जिता दिया. So this was nice thing that home team could participate. This was nice. Second, the confidentiality level of teams was not so high because in national level moot court competition and international moot court competition, you don't know which team is which. So they are given codes, so you do not know it is whether this school or that school. So these two changes I found good. I think it's moving from no trust to trust system. So very nice, and the competition was organized very nicely, and I really appreciate Shikha especially. She has been working very hard, and she came with her team to Bennett University a few months back, and I asked some certain questions from the student of this school on constitutional law. I asked them, do you know something about constitution? And very proudly they told, yes, we have read this constitution in our course.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. It's an honor to have everyone out here. Thank you. We have team from Gyanshri School as respondents, Alish Valita, Manav Sthali, and Maya Hussain. So that's the finale of our Dr. V.K. Bhatnagar Memorial Second Moot Court Competition, and they are the finale. First position holder. Can I have a big round of applause for all of you? It will pay for a greater learnings for these young minds. The second prize winner, the team, winning second prize is from the awards. May I please request you to please bear with us for a little long. We might just have received some other honorable mentions as well. So please don't leave right now. That's New Era's team. We have Kashri Bhatia, Ritvik Kulashri, and Tanveer Singh in the second position. the winning team from may I please request Shikha ma'am, Mohit sir and Zuri ma'am, please come up on the stage for a group photograph. Shikha ma'am, sir, ma'am. Come on, the winners.
All right. Thank you so much for being here and judging our, the event and making it a success. Thank you. Can I please request you to introduce yourself with your name and designation?
Thank you. This is Dr. Chandrika, and I'm a professor, assistant professor at Bennett University, and I take up intellectual property right as a subject, core subject for the law students. So it's a pleasure to be here and being associated with the school. Thank you.
Bennett University School of Law. I'm also heading the legal aid committee there, and coming here, seeing the students at this level, they are arguing with such an articulative skills is very commendable. I sincerely thank this school and the management and the organizers for organizing such an event at a school level. Thank you.
Hi, myself Dr. Komal. Hi, myself Dr. Komal. I'm an assistant professor at Bennett University School of Law, and my specialization is criminal law. And it was such a lovely being here, especially seeing young kids, performing so well in the moot court, because it was something which was introduced to us during the college time. And this year at school level, getting such an exposure is commendable. Thank you.
Hi, this is Advocate Megha Gaur. I majorly practiced before Honorable Supreme Court of India, Delhi High Court, and my specialization is corporate law and dispute resolution. And today I would like to take this opportunity to thank Manav Sthali School for calling me here, and it was just a tremendous experience watching young talent, contesting in this moot court. Extremely happy to see such talent at school level. Great opportunity. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon all. I am Rajat Manchanda. I am a member executive at the Delhi High Court Bar Association and a practicing advocate in Delhi High Court. I thank the Manav Sthali School for giving us the opportunity to be here today. It was really interesting and very exhilarating to see the young minds of our country being part of this competition. And we can say that the future, the legal system, the future of the legal system is very good and will be in great hands. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is Siddharth Shankar Ray. I am a lawyer. I practice in all the courts, especially primarily in Supreme Court and High Court. And I really thoroughly enjoyed the entire thing today. And I'm very thankful to the school who gave me an opportunity to be here to judge the preliminary moot court competition. And I wish all the students here that they, in future, they would participate and in such moot court competitions and would encourage the others to be a part of this. Thank you.
First of all, I congratulate Manav Sthali School for organizing their second moot court competition. And I am very surprised and impressed by the standards set by schools. When I was in college, we weren't even this good as they are in 11th and 12th. So I hope the base becomes stronger and our profession becomes stronger. So I'm Rohit Jolly. I'm a partner with Hammurabi and Solomon Partners.
साथियों मेरे साथ में अब आप देख रहे हैं प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर प्रदीप कुलचेत्रा जी हैं जो कि मानव स्थली स्कूल में एज ए चीफ गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर थे जिन्होंने कि आज पूरा इवेंट भी देखा और बच्चों की सराहना स्टेज पे भी की। सर सबसे पहले स्वागत है आपका चैनल पे हमारे।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद
जी पहले तो सर इंट्रोडक्शन दीजिएगा क्योंकि एक नए चेहरे हैं
जी जी
हमारे चैनल के लिए नए हैं बट आप तो पुराने हैं एक्सपीरियंस वाले हैं
जी जी
सबसे पहले इंट्रोडक्शन दीजिए।
ओके, मैं प्रोफेसर प्रदीप कुलश्रेष्ठ हूँ। मैं डीन हूँ स्कूल ऑफ लॉ बैनेट यूनिवर्सिटी का। और बैनेट यूनिवर्सिटी टाइम्स ग्रुप ने प्रमोट की है, और ये 185 साल पुराना मीडिया हाउस है जो टाइम्स नाउ और बहुत सारे मीडिया वेंचर्स में है। और मेरा ये बहुत सौभाग्य है कि मैं आज इस इतने अच्छे स्कूल में और इतने बड़े कार्यक्रम में आज शरीक हो पाया।
सर क्या कहना चाहेंगे, बच्चों ने जो परफॉर्मेंस दी और स्कूल का अरेंजमेंट सारी चीज़ें आपने देखी है टू जेड, क्या रिव्यू आप देना चाहेंगे आज के इवेंट के बारे
जी, मेरी आशा से ज़्यादा अच्छा कार्यक्रम था। और मानव स्थली स्कूल का जो पूरा अध्यापक हैं और जो उनका स्टाफ है, जो उनकी टीम है, और जो प्रिंसिपल हैं मिस भटनागर, दे ऑल आर सो गुड। एंड स्टूडेंट्स ने बहुत मेहनत की। और ऑनरेबल मिस्टर जस्टिस विकास भटनागर भी दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट से आए। उन्होंने अपने हाथों से बच्चों को पुरस्कृत किया। ये बहुत बड़ी एक इट्स ए मैटर ऑफ प्राउड एंड प्रिविलेज कि हाई कोर्ट के जज यहाँ पर आए और उन्होंने अपने हाथों से बच्चों को पुरस्कृत किया। और इससे क्या होगा, जो बच्चों की जो प्रतिभा है और जो उनका पोटेंशियल है वो शोकेस होगा। और भारत, जैसा कि हमें पता है, एक बहुत तेज़ी से बढ़ती हुई अर्थव्यवस्था है। और जब कोई भी देश तेज़ी से तरक्की करता है तो उसमें हमें बहुत प्रोफेशनल्स चाहिए होते हैं, आईटी, इंजीनियरिंग, मेडिसिन, लॉ। तो ये जो मानव स्थली स्कूल की जो ये पहल है, इससे हमें भविष्य में बहुत अच्छे वकील, बहुत अच्छे जज, बहुत अच्छे लॉ प्रोफेसर्स मिलेंगे। और मैं बच्चों की जो मैंने प्रतिभा देखी वो बहुत ही आउटस्टैंडिंग थी। मतलब मेरी उम्मीदों से कहीं ज़्यादा थी। और कुछ बच्चे तो बहुत अच्छा मूड कोर्ट कर रहे थे। और ये पहले ये यूनिवर्सिटी लेवल पे होता था, और मैंने पहली बार ये देखा है कि एक स्कूल लेवल पे इतनी बड़ी प्रतियोगिता कराई गई। और इसमें पूरे दिल्ली एनसीआर के अच्छे अच्छे जो स्कूल हैं, चाहे वो शिवनादर हो, चाहे वो जीडी गोइनका हो, रिचमंड, बहुत अच्छे स्कूलों के बच्चे आए और उनके टीचर्स ने बहुत मेहनत की थी। और मैं इसके लिए, इस सराहनीय पहल के लिए पूरे स्कूल को बहुत बहुत कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन करता हूँ।
अच्छा सर, जैसे कि बच्चे आपको देख रहे हैं, इस स्कूल के भी अदर बच्चे भी आप लोग आपको देख रहे हैं अभी, उन लोग बच्चों को क्या मैसेज आप ऐसा देना चाहेंगे जिनका कि उनका जो आगे का करियर है उसमें आसानी आए, लॉ के लिए या किसी भी फील्ड में वो जाना चाहते हैं, तो एक गुरु मंत्र आप क्या बच्चों को देना चाहेंगे?
मेरा गुरु मंत्र बच्चों को यही है कि अपने सतत प्रयास करते रहें, और जो भी चुनौतियाँ समाज में या जीवन में वो फेस करते हैं उनका डट के मुकाबला करें। और जीवन हमेशा सफलताएं नहीं मिलती जीवन में, उसमें विफलताएं भी मिलती हैं। तो दृढ़ता के साथ अपना जो भी प्रयत्न है उसको करते रहें। क्योंकि अगर हम महात्मा गांधी का भी जीवन देखें, उनकी अगर आप ऑटोबायोग्राफी पढ़ें, माई एक्सपीरियंस विद ट्रुथ, तो महात्मा गांधी अपने पहले केस में कुछ बोल ही नहीं पाए, निशब्द थे वो। और उन्होंने अपनी आत्मकथा में लिखा है कि मैं अपने क्लाइंट को देख रहा था और मैं कुछ भी बोल नहीं पाया। कहते हैं मुझे बहुत बुरा लगा। और उन्होंने ये भी लिखा कि मेरे आंसू भी आ गए। तो आज के विद्यार्थी तो बहुत प्रतिभावान लगते हैं मुझे। तो वो अपनी दृढ़ता के साथ, अपने दृढ़ निश्चय के साथ अपना प्रयास करते रहें। और भारत की जो व्यवस्था है, जो यहाँ की शिक्षा व्यवस्था है, वो विश्व स्तरीय है। और जो सबसे अच्छी चीज़ है कि उनको टीचर और उनके माता पिता पूरी तरह से सपोर्ट करते हैं, जो विश्व के और कहीं देखने को कम मिलता है। तो ये चीज़ें हमारे विद्यार्थियों को बहुत अच्छा एक प्लेटफॉर्म देती हैं। और यही कारण है जिससे कि हमारे भारत के जो विद्यार्थी हैं पूरे विश्व में अपना परचम लहरा रहे हैं।
जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद प्रदीप सर, आप आए और ब्लेसिंग दी। इतनी इतनी अच्छी अच्छी चीज़ें आपने स्टेज पे भी बताई और यहाँ भी। हम भी आशा करेंगे आप इसी तरीके से मानव स्थलीय स्कूल और हमारे साथ हमेशा बने रहें। इसी आशा के साथ बहुत बहुत थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू, मेरे लिए भी बहुत बड़ा सौभाग्य है।
Today was the second annual Dr. V.K. Bhatnagar Memorial Moot Court Competition, organized by Manav Sthali School. Manav Sthali School is pioneer in trying to have practical knowledge being taught to students, and our founder, Dr. V.K. Bhatnagar, was a lawyer himself. And taking the inspiration from him, we initiated the concept and of legal studies and moot court competitions in our school. Today we had an inter-school moot court competition where we had 16 schools come in, very highly respectable schools, and a tough competition everyone's given. But it feels really heartening to see that grade 11th, 12th students being able to argue, being able to understand legal concepts, being able to appreciate the law, deciding and being able to experience these moments in school level actually cultivates students to understand what the profession entails, what the life beholds before you take in admission in college. You're able to foresee and understand what a certain profession entails, what it requires. It gives you a better sense of choice. It gives you a better sense of focus. And seeing so many schools today participate, it was really, really heartening. We had a beautiful panel of judges. We had lawyers from High Court. We had professors coming in from Bennett University. We had the Dean of Bennett University coming in. We had Justice Vikas Mahajan, who truly honored us by coming and taking out his precious time. And we were truly humbled. And he sat through the entire moot court competition, listening to the arguments, appreciative of the fact that these students are able to do what they're able to achieve. And I feel that this competition over the years is going to grow much more, and it should, because this provides a very essential concept of choice and understanding to the students for the rest of their life. I hope everyone is able to see and experience it one day. Thank you so much.